opening statements because I feel like they're always bad. I'm not lying. In any case, I mean, what an amazing feeling. I still have shivers. I'm so proud of this team and what they've done literally since I walked in on day one. They've just worked so hard at just being great. And we talked about at the beginning, you know, they've earned the right to be here and just have the confidence to know that they deserve to be here and they've earned it. So I'm really proud of them. That was a really fun match. BYU does a really nice job. And the crowd was great, and it was just, I mean, what a win. I'm so proud of them.
Okay, great. We'll open it up to some questions from Zoom. So if you want to speak up, we'll go from there.
When we talked last night at the end of that match, it was a lot. We talked about how the end of the first set sort of set the tone for the whole match. This match was the same. It was a 1-point match. JJ called the timeout, and then you guys came back out and took control of that set. How much of that same thing happen again tonight?
Yeah, I mean, winning the first set, it always gives you like the confidence boost you need. And I think that just proved us like, okay, we can win this game. Like right away, it was like, I think we just gained so much confidence and we didn't stop. And we knew that they, you know, didn't like the pressure we were giving them. So yeah, it definitely was one of the keys that we won that first set.
Go ahead, next question.
Marta, I wanted to ask you about your serving. That was quite a serving performance.
Yeah, thanks.
On top of everything else, but what was working for you from the serving line?
Yeah, I think I just tried to stay aggressive, focused on like my toss and just hitting the ball when I want to hit it and, you know, going for it. And I'm really happy it paid off. So yeah.
First time in history, this program has won a second tournament game. And was this kind of success expected going back heading into the season, or have the expectations been exceeded?
No, this was an expectation of ours. This was our goal that we set, and we've set it for a couple years now, and I'm glad we finally paid off. I think we all worked really hard to get where we are, so it was definitely expected, and we have more in us.
Yeah, we've definitely proved ourselves all season, and having that confidence that we've gained going into this tournament is huge, and we know we can go far, and we are just going to keep showing everybody that we belong here.
And then, Coach, I know you talked about obviously getting off to fast starts, and some matches this year weren't like that, but these first two, I mean, it's been fast starts. What have you, I mean, taking the teams out of system early, I know is huge, but what have you just seen on the court, like from the other teams maybe getting flustered too much, getting out of system?
I think there's a couple things. We exert a lot of serving pressure on them, and we pass really well, so we're in system. I mean, our side-out numbers again tonight were gaudy. They look like a men's match. And I think when you're just siding out over and over, it, you know, I at one point I said to them while they're on the court, I don't know if they heard, I'm like, just keep siding out, they're gonna crack. Just keep siding out, they're gonna crack. And you know, like we said, or like you guys were saying at the beginning, you know, it was 19-19 or whatever it was late. But eventually they crack because you just keep siding out, and other teams get frustrated, I think, when you're siding out really well. And it's the same for us, like when teams you know, are just siding out, it puts a lot more pressure on us. But I think our team does a really, really nice job of serving tough, and it just puts so much pressure on the other teams.
What does it just feel like to each of you to be in the Sweet 16?
It feels pretty crazy. It feels awesome. I mean, like I said, we had this expectation, but it's still awesome and amazing. It's an amazing feeling, especially from where we've come from. And I mean, it's crazy to think that in the spring we only had 9 players still, but I think it's just an awesome feeling. No really good way to describe it.
Yeah, it's really amazing. You know, being here is such a privilege, making it to this postseason, and you know, we know that there's a lot of people tuning in, and we are just so excited to be here and moving forward with this.
And Mary, how do you feel the growth of just the back line in general? I know it's been, you guys have stressed a fast offense, but I mean, getting those digs, whether obviously it's you or Marta or Jelly or even Shannon at times, but like, how do you feel that defensively, just the back line has grown for the whole season?
Yeah, we've worked really hard on our out-of-system defense, so it makes the job back there so much easier when our blockers are there, connected, and up at the net. So it's really fun playing defense around them, especially when they're making extremely good touches. So I think that's an area that we've grown a lot in, and we worked hard in our gym every single day for that. So really shouting out the blockers when they get there, get those touches, it makes it a lot easier.
Arda, I wanted to ask you about the match-ending kill. Afterwards, it appeared there were some words said. Do you remember what you said specifically, and were they directed at BYU?
No, I said to the fans that were up in the stands, and they didn't look that happy, so I was just trying to hype them up. But yeah, I guess they didn't like that.
Alright, thank you.
Marty stared down.
Marty was a little fiery at the end.
Do we have any other questions from the Zoom group?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I have one for JJ. Fisher didn't have a very good match last night. Livingston didn't tonight. What do you think was critical from your side to kind of throwing those two off?
I think the players do a really nice job executing, the game plans that, Presley and Ellen and Rach are putting together. And I think when you can put the serving pressure on, it makes it so they're not in system. And I thought we were flying around the court. I thought our blockers did a really nice job. They were really aggressive trying to touch the ball, and then defenders were awesome, and they just absolutely running all over the place. So just well executed plan by them.
Okay, anything else from Zoom? All right, thank you. We'll take some questions here from those in person then.
For the upperclassmen, the biggest thing, it's been almost 30 years since this group has gotten to the Sweet 16. For those that have been here for multiple years, what's it been like doing this for this type of program that you've been a part of for so long?
It feels awesome. It's about time that we get some credit for what we've been doing, and I think that the plan that we set going into this season has been go all out on the service line. We're scrappy, and we're just intentional about our play, and I think that that's been really big for us. So it's awesome to be where we are right now, and we deserve it, and I can't wait to see where we go.
Coach, question just as far as taking the crowd out of it. You mentioned the good crowd. How big was it to be either even or in front for most of the match to diminish the impact of having to be on the road?
We talked about it on our pregame. If we play our game, we're gonna take the crowd out of it. We serve them tough and we put the pressure on. And they had some moments, I think, but again, I was really proud of these young women because they didn't let it get to them. They were getting really fired up when they'd have a big play and the crowd's going nuts. And we just continue to just play our game, which is what we do. We go back, pass times, and we serve tough. And I thought we did a really nice job with staying composed, despite sort of the craziness.
Any other questions from anybody? Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, lots of talk about being in the Sweet 16 in your first year. Can you just talk about the importance of kind of systems and establishing those systems and sticking with that consistency to kind of get to the end goal? I know the season's not over yet, but just a really good first year so far.
Yeah, throughout the year, no matter who we've played, we've talked about staying within our game. The beginning of the year, we would talk a lot about how the Japanese play. They're super, super scrappy. But most importantly is they're really patient, as attackers. So we're out of system. If we got a shot, we take it. If not, we try to put pressure on the other team and we go back and defend. Our system has been about serving tough, and when we pass well, we just put a lot of pressure on it. So I think when we've maybe been in trouble in the past, it's either the serve pass game hasn't gone well, or maybe we go outside of what we're good at. And again, these last two matches we stayed within our game and just executed so flawlessly. So it's been fun.
I say we have one more
Yeah,
question here.
Martin, specifically for you, the back sets from Shannon Shields have continued, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks. Seems they work every single time. What's it been like having that connection?
Yeah, Shannon does a good job of like finding me in situations where there's like one blocker up, or you know, like at the end of the match they started like dedicating wherever Shannon was running, so she just jacked it back and you know blocks a little unorganized. So yeah, she did a good job of finding me in good situations, and yeah, and I know that she trusts me and I trust her, so I think that was the key. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Any other questions anybody has?
One more
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Jay-
yeah, I have one more. If you play Stanford, the fact that you won the match at ASU over them, how much does that give you confidence going into possibly facing them?
It's exciting. It's exciting. You know, I'm really stoked if we get to play Stanford again. I think our speed is really well matched against them. And I know like we have that confidence too of sweeping them at home. So I know we're really pumped, and we hope we get them.
That's a clean slate now. It's 0-0 basically. I think it's time to show when it really matters most, and I think we're very excited.
Okay, I think we had one last question right here.
JJ, for you, just historical records continue to be broken, just your first season. How do you feel a year like this, with everything that's been put together, can extend the long term for what you hope to do in years down the road?
I mean, yeah, I think when you have a good season, hopefully it helps with recruiting and with fans. We were 12th in fans this year, or fans per game, which was awesome. There's so much support in the area. And we want to continue to grow that. You know, we want to build something that's just, this is kind of the expectation, not the outlier. And it's been an awesome start. I'm proud of the team here for kind of setting the stage. They've done it. It's been all them. They've been awesome. I'm really proud of them.
Okay, great. We appreciate everybody's participation. Congratulations to ASU.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.